Peace and blessings, everyone. So I was sitting here today and I started thinking about my 40-year plan. You know, my plan to exact change, to make things the way I want them to be, one way or another. Creating my own world, reality, in charge of my own world and reality. Being the controller, the ruler of my own world and reality. And that world and reality may or may not include you. For I don't even know if you even exist. So, what I've come up with is basically the seeds of it, the roots of it, the foundation of it. So what we have here is 5 avenues, 5 different ways that can have a change individually or be more powerful together as one. As same as 5 fingers on a hand. Each finger has its own capabilities and strength by itself, but together working as one, brings about its ultimate use and power. So over here, the MMAA, which is my foundation, which is fed by my company, CDB Holdings. You know, as we all know, or you should know, those who are familiar with my videos, I hate money. I can't stand money. Can't stand capitalism. It is of no use, I believe. Money is of no use, which I seek to get rid of by way of my political party, which would get rid of capitalism. But then at the same time, understanding that this world is controlled and ran by money. And to do things to help people in some way takes money. Donations, buying clothes, food, shelter for people, it takes money. So this is what I've used to create that. The foundation will use the money generated by way of the corporation to do those things that I deem are necessary and worthy. Those causes, different causes, maybe some created by myself, to do what I can to help those in need in this world. And there are many that don't even realize that they are in need. But, you know, it is what it is. So, by way of this, I can maybe generate the money to finance the change I want to bring about. The bank. I've always had a mind, since I can always remember, since being a kid, that I've always had a mind of owning a bank one day. And recently, you know, with the current financial turmoil that's going on in the United States and the world, and then with something that, of course, has been going on for decades within the urban black communities, I was revisiting the idea of owning a bank. And what I was thinking about is, and this is actually in conjunction with creating local currency. I ran into something several weeks ago dealing with local currency. It has been tried at different times throughout history, here in the United States and around the world. And there are some areas currently that has local currency. They have their own creative money that they use within the community, which helps build up the community, helps keeps the power of the money within the community. And so bringing it together, I was thinking and wondering, and this is only a start. I'm not a person with great financial knowledge, knowledge of commodities and the world markets and things of that nature. But I was thinking that what if I had a bank that I would buy gold, buy silver, platinum, diamonds, precious metals, things of that nature, had that within the bank, and allow people to come in with their current debt notes. And when I say debt notes, a little bit close. Meaning the current currency that you hold, the U.S. dollar, that $1 bill, $5 bill, $20 bill, that used to denote that it was a fraction of gold and things of that nature, but now it's just a fraction of nothing. It's a fraction of debt, because we are a debt society. This nation is in debt, so all the so-called money you get is just a fraction of debt that you owe. All households have a part in a national debt. So that's what I'm speaking of. So to bring in that note of debt, and in exchange you will get a true note of currency, which would denote you owning a fraction of gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, whatever it is, something of true value. And thus, in a time of need, of financial turmoil, you can always come in and exchange it for that fraction of gold to have in hand. Gold is something that is valued the world around, and so is diamonds, but gold has been a standard of currency for, I guess, since the beginning of when currency started. Gold was, I believe, the first thing held of value that could be exchanged for goods and services. So like I said, you come in and you exchange that no good debt note. We would give you something that had true value, and it would be used as local currency, to be used in the local city or neighborhood, and the establishments, the businesses within a neighborhood. We will ultimately really require that they accept this note by one method or another. If necessary, having the financial means from over here to come into neighborhoods and build stores and clothing stores, food stores that would accept the local currency from here. And thus it would drive out those companies who refuse to accept the true currency, the local currency, and only want to continue to accept the debt currency, one way or another. But see how they end up working together eventually. So like I said, and that's the financial, that banking idea. Once again, I would need some assistance for those who understand the global markets and things of that nature to get it going, but I believe it could be done. And so you see, I have local banks, regional, national, and then possibly global. Once again, maybe I can buy the control I want, control the money. And it's already held that there are world banks. There's the world banks that is controlled by a select few families. Well, maybe I can do the same. You know, those families who are currently within the, I have to believe that's part of the Illuminati, you know, that is said is control the world. They have this plan to control everyone. Well, it may be true, it may not, I don't know, but I would want to do that. But the only reason why is because I believe I can bring about justice and change and truth and true living, true freedom. Then of course we have my political party, the GTL party, gtlparty.org. And once again, trying to bring about the change that I believe is necessary, starting here in the U.S., trying to get the U.S. to live by a different set of rules and regulations, a different mindset, changing the current system from a democracy to a, you know, I'm eventually going to change the name of the political party to a truthocracy, you know, ran by truth as supreme, as Lord and God supreme, with unconditional love and unequal belief going hand in hand with it. So those three things as the separation of powers used to rule and govern a people. Uncompromising truth, unequal belief, and unconditional love. Trying here in the U.S. first, United States, being a true beacon for the rest of the world, guiding the rest of the world in a way that things should be done. Now, if I am not able to, because of the dominance of the two-party system that currently exists with the Democrats and Republicans, and you know how third parties are always held down, and if because of the fact that, you know, you out there in the United States are not able to believe in what I bring forth, for whatever reason, if I can't do that, if I'm not able to start U.S. and not able to expand it globally, once again, trying to control the world, which is part of my entire existence. I am the world. You are your own world. I am my own universe. You are your own universe. But doing what I can for mine. If I am not able to do that by way of political party, then I have these other means, or they all work together. So again, another method is the nation building. If I am not able to effect change, bring my political party to power in the U.S. and globally, then it may be necessary to create my own nation. So having the financial means by way of the company, having my own nation ran by the precepts and laws and ideas of the political party. And having your own nation will, of course, entail having real estate, having land, homes, and having the rules, creating my own nation, being the ruler, if you will, of that nation, with the precepts of unconditional love, uncompromising truth, and unequal belief, to run it. To run things I run things the way I believe is necessary and just, and like I said, to bring about true freedom for everyone to truly live and not just surviving. And I told you before about the space exploration. It may even entail creating a nation on another planet, on the moon, on Mars, or creating a starship and having a nation on there, once again, ran by over here. So far, so we have these four, one way or another, or all working in conjunction. And then I have family building, and this is my own personal family building. It is my desire to have more children, procreate, have more wives. Of course, you know, you may know that I'm currently married. I have one wife who I'm actually, if you will, separated from. I don't live at home in the house anymore, but we are still a family. She is still my wife. We still work together as a family, but I desire and I seek to build upon my family. She is currently of the age and the mindset of not having any more children, but I would like to have more children. I would like to bring forth more of my own seed, and that will be done by way of having more wives. And if I am not able to build a nation by way of finding the people who are willing to follow, who believe in what it is that I am bringing forth to lead them by, then it could be done so by building my own nation by way of creating and bringing forth my own seed to create a nation. Like I said, one way or another or all together. It's just a foundation, the seeds of the 40-year plan to be expanded upon, to sit down and get into great detail and really plan out the way to accomplish what it is I want to accomplish. So God bless everyone. Peace and love.